It is more than just a successful movie, it is a box office phenomenon. The film is breaking attendance records all over the country.
For the first time in cinema history, set and costumes from a screen spectacular have become museum pieces even before the first showing. The fact is, Star Wars is out of this world.
Everything was fantastic. Whoever wrote it had a fantastic imagination.
I think it was good.
Just good?
No, fantastic.
In only 9 days, Star Wars has grossed more money than any movie in Dallas history.
Few filmmakers have shaped the technological landscape of modern cinema like George Lucas. His work on Star Wars not only revolutionized storytelling, but also changed the very tools and techniques used to create films. Through groundbreaking visual and sound effects, Lucas pushed the boundaries of what was possible, and in the process, he redefined filmmaking itself. In 1975, George Lucas founded Industrial Light and Magic, or ILM, to create the special effects for Star Wars. At the time, there were no existing methods to capture the dynamic space battles that Lucas envisioned. This led to the development of the motion control camera system, spearheaded by visual effects supervisor John Dykstra. The DykstraFlex camera allowed multiple shots of miniature ships to be filmed with precise, repeatable movements, making complex space battles possible for the first time.
Really, that was the key difference between Star Wars and its visual effects and its forebears, was that the camera constantly moved.
To give the computer-controlled camera footage a more realistic documentary feel, the effects team input directives that intentionally produced uneven moves and off-centered framing. This helped create the illusion that a cameraman in space had actually filmed the battle scenes, struggling to stay focused on the thrilling action around him.
While the visuals of Star Wars stunned audiences, it was the innovative sound design that truly brought the galaxy to life. Sound designer Ben Burtt was tasked with creating a unique auditory world, blending real-life recordings with electronic sounds. From the iconic hum of the lightsaber to Darth Vader's chilling mechanical breathing, Burtt's work expanded the emotional and immersive depth of the film.
Lightsabers are one of my favorite sounds, and in fact, it was the very first sound I made for the whole series. I could kind of hear the sound in my head of the lightsabers, even though it was just a painting of a lightsaber. I could really just sort of hear the sound. I think maybe somewhere in my subconscious I had seen a lightsaber before. I played the sound over a speaker in a room, just the humming sound, the humming and buzzing combined is an endless sound, and then took another microphone and waved it around in the air next to that speaker so that it would come close to the speaker and go away. You could whip it by. And what happens when you do that by recording with a moving microphone is you get a Doppler shift, you get a pitch shift in the sound, and therefore you can produce a very authentic facsimile of a moving sound, and therefore it gave the lightsaber a sense of movement, and it worked well on screen at that point.
Star Wars.
They're coming in too fast!
20 years ago, it was the #1 movie in the country. Last weekend, history repeated itself as millions of people joined the celebration.
You're braver than I thought.
And made it the #1 movie.
I knew you'd come back. I didn't do it. Well, I was going to let you get all the credit.
All over again.
Come on, R2. We're going.
Star Wars, the special edition. Now playing on the big screen.
As technology evolved, so did Lucas's ambition. In the 1997 special editions of the Star Wars trilogy, Lucas introduced early CGI to enhance visual effects that had originally been created with models and miniatures. The use of digital technology in A New Hope allowed for more fluid spaceship battles and the introduction of entirely new creatures, just like Jabba the Hutt. While met with mixed reactions, these changes marked a turning point in the industry, paving the way for the extensive CGI used in The Phantom Menace and beyond. From motion control cameras to sound design and early digital effects, George Lucas's work on the original Star Wars trilogy was nothing short of revolutionary. His innovations laid the foundation for the modern special effects industry, changing the way films are made and how audiences experience them. Today, the legacy of Star Wars lives on, not just in its story, but in the technology that brought it to life.